Hi, everybody. Steph from Coffee Like Media here. And what I really want to do today is show you a glimpse of how I check brand consistency for my clients. This is usually the first thing that I do when I have a new client, whether it be for podcast management, consultant, coaching, anything at all, because I need to know where they are. I need to know how they're describing themselves, and I need to make sure that it is either consistent with each other from platform to platform, or that it gets to that place, because it's really important that wherever people find you, they find the most current information that you have about your project out there. I'm saying project because I'm not just working with podcasts anymore. I've been working with different kinds of media for a while, although I am still podcast bound in a lot of ways. So what I want to show you today is a quick version of how I do an online presence audit. I'm showing you this not just to show you that I can do this for you if you want some help, but you can actually use the template or use the format that I do this in, and you can do it for yourself to make sure that wherever people find you, they find the most current information about you. So again, this is just a brief overview. We're going to go into this in more depth in the next season of Podcast to Connect, doing an entire 8-episode season with April from Dorky Podcast, and we spent an entire episode going through her online presence audit. But let me show you this one right now. I'm working with the folks at Last Week in Denmark, which is obviously in Denmark. And my role with this wonderful, wonderful project is to help them with getting more people that are on all of their platforms to their Substack, so to increase their newsletter subscribers. And in order to do that, it's not just in massaging the newsletter itself, but it's in getting people from all of the places where there's a Last Week in Denmark presence to that newsletter. So that is the goal of what I'm doing with them. Now, what I'm using to get there, and this is a very basic online presence audit tracker. So you can see in this one here, let me make it a little bit bigger for you. So you can see in here on the left-hand side, I've got the platforms, I've got the followers, the description that's currently on those platforms, like the bio description, and the links. Not necessarily the links themselves, but what kinds of links are in those places, because we want to analyze where we're sending them from those platforms as well. So the white part here is the information. The gray, why did I say red? The gray part here are the recommendations. While I'm going through and collecting this information, I'm thinking of ways that we could better get people to go from these discovery places to the Substack. Again, my role in all of this is to get people to the Substack page. If you're in the chat room, go ahead and leave a quick comment and say hi. I would love to know that you're watching this now or in the future. It'll still ping me on all the platforms that this is going to. So, for example, and I've just started this audit, I'm two platforms in. So with Facebook, this is the description that's on their Facebook. And actually, I have the links on a different page, so I can show you their Facebook page. So here it is. And here is it says intro, but it's basically their bio. It's one of the first things people will see about you on a page like this. And so I copied that over here. And then the links that they have are down here. And so I made a note of that right here. So it's just, right here in this spot. And then I had a few recommendations, and I'm only going to show you this for the Facebook one because you can get an idea of what they're needed. So I would say move the Substack link to the first one in the bio. It was website, LinkedIn, then Substack. If the goal really is to do a huge push to the newsletter, put the newsletter first. If not, put the newsletter only. But at minimum, put the Substack link first. The second, and of course, with any recommendation, I want the client to have the ability to go, I did that, boom, there it is. Or If they actually don't want to do that, they could just write NA or no thanks or whatever they want to write, so I know where they are in that process. And so they have that completion joy as well, because there's nothing like doing something quite as tedious as moving things around or changing things, adjusting things, and then just being like, how do I know that I did that? Boom, you click on that, right? So the next one is add subscriber to the newsletter. Oh, add subscriber to the newsletter with link in each post on Facebook. Right now they have that for some of the posts, but not on all of them. So add it to every single one. And the last recommendation I have is add multilingual aspect to description. This one I really love. They were so humble about this because they have, let me see. They have the newsletter in 6 different languages. In 6 different languages. That's an impressive thing to tell an international group of people that'll find you on all of these platforms. So pull in that really unique fact about the newsletter that's about news for internationals in 6 different languages. Pull that into the description. So again, that's just the Facebook that is just the Facebook information from this. But you can, like I said, you can do this by yourself. Again, it's platforms, followers, description, and links. And then as you're collecting that information, write down things you'd like to change. That's what the recommendations are. It's just things that could be changed to make it, again, easier for people to go from that discovery place to the main goal. In this case, it's Substack. You really want to focus on how do we get people to go from here to here, from here to here, from here to here. And you get the idea, and I'm going to stop doing that now. So again, this is just a very quick, it's not quick. I would give it an hour to 2 hours because inevitably you're going to want to change some things. If I can recommend, please, and I will, don't change anything yet. Just make your notes in the spreadsheet and then come back and slowly work through the changes that you're going to do, because you really want to complete the whole worksheet first, then compare all of the descriptions. And April and I go into this in the episode that's coming in late September, early October. You really want to compare all the descriptions. What happens is that people create platforms, create spaces online for their projects throughout time, and they usually are not in sync with each other. So doing an online presence audit like this, you'll find descriptions that better suit where the project is right now, and you want to make sure that that description goes to all of them. So I would say go through, do all of these first, do all of the information, all of these white spaces here, and then go through and do the tasks themselves, because you really want to be able to compare the different information that you've put in these platforms over the time that your project has been going, because you've probably already written the things that are the strongest. So you probably don't have to rewrite a whole lot. You just have to move stuff around. So give yourself a break and make sure that you use what you've already put out there to help people get to the main goal of your project. In this case, it's getting people to that newsletter. If you happen to be in Denmark as an international, check out Last Week in Denmark. I'm actually working with them because I've been subscribed to their newsletter for a while now, and also listening to their podcast, which they just revamped, which is also very, very good. And it's on audio. It's in audio and on YouTube as well. So here's the deal. You can do this yourself, of course, but I do want to let you know that if you wear all the hats, you don't have to. I do actually do this as a service as well. What I'm actually doing with Last Week in Denmark is this is part of the Tandem podcast coaching program that I have. It's 3 months, and I go through and I help, do things like this, as well as give recommendations on things that can be changed to, to help you reach your project goal. So I'll leave a link to this information in there. And if you just want the online presence audit, I actually do that as a standalone audit as well. and that information will be in the show notes or video notes also. Again, you can do this by the information I just shared with you in this video. Take a screenshot and boom, off you go. And there you are, and I hope it helps you, and let me know when it does. Or you can hire me to come and do it for you. It's completely your choice. coffeelikemedia.com. All right, thank you so much. I hope this helped, and I hope that your project is getting all the people that you want to reach into your project ecosystem. Thanks. Have a good day. Bye-bye.